I think golf wise, Montgomery County for golf. I mean, you're talking about some of the nicest golf courses in the area for sure.
Well, yeah, the public courses are public courses, but it's still beautiful to get out there and to decompress and hit some shots. It's a great sport, and it's if you haven't done it, audience, I would suggest going out and hitting the links sometime, because it's
hitting the links. That's what they say. Huh? Hitting the
it
links.
Will change your life for sure.
Yeah, and talk about golf for a little bit, actually, because growing up, you and I were more baseball, basketball, football, soccer, wiffle ball, swimming, hiking, running, like just your normal East Coast sports, I would say. And golf, it's not that it's not a normal sport. I think we were probably out of our price range a bit growing up for a sport like golf, with all the clubs and the memberships and all the rest of it. But I will say, when we were little, somebody gave you, I think, a driver that was like a really old driver. And we must have been 10, 11 years old, something like that, in that range. And Mike would go out to like the top of this hill. So if anyone knows that area, there's like a big old castle that's not far tucked into our neighborhood. It's this really cool old fashioned castle, where actually like George Washington's troops stayed back in the day. It's a pretty historical area. And you would go out to the top of this hill right around the castle and just hit golf balls into the woods, right? You drive some golf balls. That was kind of one of the ways that you like to unwind even back then. You didn't back then, you were just doing mini golf and you weren't actually hitting a hole 18, right?
No. Yeah. I found a bag of clubs for free when I was like 12, I think.
Yep.
And it's funny because I play baseball lefty, but the clubs were righty. So I started hitting them righty, and I'm an ambidextrous human being, which is nice.
You said that like such a robot.
Yeah, so I'm able to play right.
Ambidextrous human being.
So I got the clubs when I was like 12 and started hitting balls and just blasting them into the woods. And I probably hit driver back then better than I do right now, because I can't hit a driver to save my life.
That's so interesting, dude. What do you think that is? Is it just technique?
I think it's mental, honestly. Because
really, that's the biggest thing about golf, right? The mental side of things.
Oh yeah, you'll find your happiest moments on the golf course, and you'll find your deepest, darkest places you could ever find yourself in.
You guys course. Can't. I'm out there. So just to give background on my golf, which I'll keep this one brief because it is brief. I've only played 18 once, and I've done a bunch of chip and putt with these guys. But golf is, like we were saying, we didn't grow up playing rounds of golf ever. Maybe we hit the driving range.
We went to chip and
putt a little bit, and mini golf for sure. But the whole concept of 18 is new to me. So anytime I've been out, even with chip and putt with these guys, I'm just out there like laughing and my butt off and just having a good time. And Mike and Zach specifically are very they're taking it seriously. What are you shooting these days? Because isn't like 72 what like the pros are getting? So what's your 18 score if you had to just give an average?
Well, my best score ever is a 90. Which is
that's
pretty
not bad.
Not bad. But right now I'm shooting right around 100 to 110 every time.
Okay. Dude, when I went for the 18, I think we were playing best ball or whatever, and I was still somewhere around like 120 or something ridiculously awful, man. So maybe 130. I don't even know. But
it's definitely the hardest sport. The hardest sport.
I would agree with that. I think you're right. And I think what you said earlier too, it is very mental. And like I don't know if you've seen any of that. Is it Full Swing, the documentary on Netflix?
I saw the first couple episodes.
Yeah, so I'm thinking of the Scotty Scheffler episode. Did you watch any of that one?
I did not, actually. I don't think.
Dude, so Scotty Scheffler, man, I knew that he was good, but I also didn't know much about his mentality and the behind the scenes stuff which they showed. That man, he wakes up every day, reads his Bible, and on the course, so it's him and his caddy, just very carefree, and he treats it kind of like Little League baseball, or like just literally like he's just having fun with it. And he talks about some of the most crucial shots that he has to make, and when he's kind of in his flow and in his rhythm, and how he just literally gives it up to God. And he says, look, this is out of my hands. Like if God wants us to go in, he'll let it go in. It's out of his control. He's just playing to the best of his ability and letting God handle the rest. So I just love Scotty Scheffler for that.
He's super Christian.
Oh yeah, dude, super humble, very Christian guy. I think Southern, but definitely kind of just that gentleman, laid back, does not take it too seriously. Where I would think, I think it was Brooks Koepka was one that took it very, very seriously. Very good player, but just kind of like got mad every time he missed, and just all the he was just his anger you could see kind of coming out on the course a bit. And Scotty, the way he plays, man, is there's something really to admire about Scotty Scheffler. So shout out to Scotty. But yeah, golf in general, I keep telling you and Zach, I'll probably get into it in my later years, but we'll see. I don't know.
Come on, get into it now, dude.
It's fun, man. Every time I come out with you guys, it is fun. I just the
But
time, right? Like I just had a baby, and there's so
no,
much
going
other.
going back to what you just said, it is about just enjoying yourself out there. And
Yeah.
what I've started to get better at lately is, well, I'm trying to get better. I'm still struggling, but to just have a good time and not care about hitting bad shots.
Yes,
But dude, you should get into it
I
because I know
will
you have a
someday.
baby and you have a lot going on, but you
Yeah,
can still do it
that's
like
the thing.
once
It
every
is.
month.
Yeah, no, I got to start slowly getting into it. I did. I'll tell you this, and Tyler's been all over me when it comes to the expenses, because we do need to be kind of on top of it, just making sure we're not blowing through money by any means, which we're not. But I keep kind of looking at Amazon at not clubs, but I definitely want to get a putter again, because I have that little mini putting setup. So I want to get it because my putter just broke. Still have a driver. I do not have any other clubs though, other than I had a putter and I have a driver.
Just go
But
to a thrift
dude,
shop, dude.
what is that? Thrift
You could
shop?
go to a Goodwill or something and get a whole bag for $20.
Really? I need to do that, because
Mhm.
actually I went into the Goodwill the other day to donate. Actually, I did. I gave a bunch of clothes in, but the Goodwill, man, I was getting carried away in there. But luckily the line was so long that I didn't want to wait in it, because it was like it was almost out the door with how many. It was a weekend at Goodwill, so it was very crowded. So I didn't want to wait in the line for like one or two things that I had in my ideas. So but no, Goodwill is probably a good place to start to get at least a crappy set of clubs to get going, and then we can go from there. But yeah, I mean, when I'm older, man, and I can't actually, part of it too is the physical side of it for me. I really, in the last few weeks, months here, I've been loving going on runs. I've been really loving playing soccer, playing basketball, biking a little bit. So just the more active sports. Which for me, if I can get a workout and have fun while doing it, I think that's so much more fun that way.
Yeah.
Which golf's, it's not saying that it's not a workout, but you do have the golf cart. You do have much slower of a game. But I mean, there's not that many pro golfers that are chubby.
I mean, you're not getting the best workout when you're playing, but you're enjoying the creation, the outdoors, which is unbelievable. You're having a beer, you're driving the golf cart, and just hanging out with your buddies, which is all of that combined just makes it so much fun. But it
Yeah,
is hard. You just got to stay positive when you play, for sure.
that's for sure. Yeah, you can get down a negative spiral if you're not playing the way that you had intended in your head. But I mean, if you always bring yourself back to the fact that like the pros are shooting 72 or whatever it is, or even under that, so it's like, I mean, you're never going to get to that level. So if you can, if what you should try to, and I'm sure you do this, is just kind of like if you get close to or beat the number that's your best of all time or whatever, you should try to beat that 90 versus the what the pros are doing out here. But
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, I try not to think about the score because then you start playing
yes,
worse.
yes, exactly. Just kind of go out there for the fun of it. And like you said, it's a great way to enjoy nature too. I think that that's one of the best things about golf. It's a lot of these
By
courses are
far.
just gorgeous for sure. Like
Mhm.
the way the tree lines hit the hills, and the way that they keep that grass super fresh.
Beautiful.
I'd love to get my grass in the back to a golf level at some point. I got to put some seed down